Okay, you ready? Hi Sean, thank you for joining me today for your 12-month appraisal. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. It's nice to be sat down for a change.
I can imagine it must keep you quite fit doing this job. How's the new pup you got recently? Was it called Lilo?
Close, he's called Milo,
Ah,
and he's great, thank you. Endlessly entertaining. It's really handy having my husband work from home to be able to be with him all day as well.
well, office workers have had it nice and easy during the pandemic. It would be great to sit at home all day watching telly.
I am pretty sure that's all he does.
Yeah. So, what we'll be doing today, Sean, is reviewing your overall performance in the past 12 months with input from both you and I. And our aim today is to review your performance against targets, your overall teamwork, absence trends, and other things, with the objective of looking at what's going well, what could improve, and what training might be needed, and really review your overall future prospects. It's also an opportunity for you to discuss how you feel you're getting on, what your thoughts and what your plans are. So we'll be using best in class industry figures from the Institute of Logistics today to assess your target performance, HR data for any absences, and also written and verbal feedback from your team leaders and team members where it's appropriate. But please do feel free to talk about anything you'd like to during the review and ask anything that you'd like to.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. So to start with, how do you feel you've gotten on in the past 12 months at NetPorter?
Yeah, really good. I feel like I'm doing well against my targets. In fact, I've been exceeding them for the past 6 months, and I feel like I'm getting on well with the team mostly, or at least most of the time, and always making sure I do what's asked of me and what's needed. So overall, I feel I'm getting on well, and really I'm looking to push on to the next level in the team. And I feel, in fact, that I'm ready for a promotion to a team leader.
Okay.
I'm quite enjoying the job. I enjoy my work. I like the physical aspect and being able to move around all day. And I hope that you think I'm getting on well too.
Okay, Sean, that's really good to hear, and we'll go over all of that in more detail today. So we'll start with your figures. You're right, you have been meeting and exceeding your targets for both inbound and outbound, especially over the past 6 months, which is to be expected as you gain more experience. Now, as you're aware, the targets we set are less of something to aim for and more the minimum required. We want to be a best-in-class service and really to be exceeding them.
Right, I am hitting the targets though, and I'm always exceeding them, so I must be doing good enough.
Okay, well, do you feel you're hitting them with ease, Sean, that you're pushing yourself to hit them, or that you'd be able to get more out of yourself?
I mean, I do hit the targets, and that's what they're there for, so I'm doing well by that measure. And I do feel like I'm doing well, but there's always room for anyone to improve, I guess. I could try a little bit harder, but there's other things apart from me trying harder that could help too.
Okay, so what do you feel you could do or could be done to improve and further exceed your targets?
Well, I suppose I could do a few things. I could learn to use the order picking system a bit better, which I feel would save me a lot of time, but I've never been the best with computers. I also seem to slow down a bit finding hard to find items, and they keep moving stuff around, which isn't helping.
Okay.
I don't think I always take the best route around the warehouse. Maybe some people seem to be able to remember their way around better and get the right things to pick easily.
Okay, well, that's really good to hear, Sean, that there's some immediate things that we can work on. We'll definitely look at some additional system training and have the team leaders look at your day-to-day work to see where we can help. So, looking at the industry best data, which the gold standards, we do set our targets quite low. Everyone else on the team aims for the industry standard best rather than what our targets are, which again are minimums, and they all achieve higher scores than yourself, especially with the number of orders picked. Now, as you know, Sean, we want to be the best in class. So I want you to be aiming for the best in class figures, not just trying to hit your targets. We do feel you've taken your foot off the gas ever so slightly the past couple of months. We'd definitely like to see an improvement on your figures and your efforts overall. And we will work with you and team leaders to see what we can do to help you succeed and put a plan in place.
Okay, I don't feel I've been slacking, but if the figures say so, it would be good to get someone to see if I could do better and maybe help. I'm not sure how everyone else does so much better.
Okay. So you also said you're getting on well mostly with the team. Can you elaborate on that for me?
Well, as you know, since that grievance, me and that individual have been working together fine, and I've not had any more problems with that person. I've been trying to work well with the rest of the team too. They all seem to stick to themselves and their groups though. It's quite hard to get them to be friendly with me sometimes, especially over break times and when it's a bit quieter. I do try and make an effort most of the time. It would be nice to have them give me something back for it.
Okay, well, I'm really glad to hear that you're making an effort, Sian. We really want our teams to work well together and to get on well with each other too. And that's one of the key reasons why we do a lot of charity and employee events, or employer events even, to encourage people to socialise and get to know each other outside of a work setting. And that can really carry over into work. I understand you've not really been engaging with any of these events or even attending any.
Well, you're right, I've not been going. I work a lot and I don't have much time to be with work people outside of work too. But also I don't really get invited to the events by anyone, whether it's organised by work or not. And I don't really just want to turn up on my own. I do try and be friendly at work, and I think I'm getting better at it, but I'm not getting a lot back off people for my efforts, which is frustrating.
Okay, Sian. Well, again, I'm really pleased to hear that you and your colleague are working better now after the grievance, which was unfortunate that had to happen. I'm sure you're aware that you can or could be a bit too short with people and not have much patience, and to some people this can come across as aggressive, which I know you realise and understand now and are working on. Now, if you want to integrate yourself more into the team more, you need to really keep trying, keep being friendly, and it will come. Just going to more events will help too. You've always got an open invite from the company, and I'm sure you'll soon find people there to enjoy it with, and even if you don't start out in a group, it's definitely something for you to keep working on and hopefully have resolved by our next review.
I guess it's just taking time, but I'll keep going, keep trying to be friendly with people.
Okay. So is there anything that we can do to help you with this?
I don't think so. What you've said isn't completely unexpected by me. I know I need to keep trying and it will come.
Great. So the last thing I want to cover, Sian, is absences. How do you feel your attendance has been over the past 12 months?
Yeah, quite good. I've had the odd day or two off sick, but not any extended periods. So no more than average, I'd say. It's not like I've had a week off or been away loads in the past year.
Okay. Well, looking at the data, you've had 8 days off in total, which is actually above the national average, which, so you know, is about 4.5 days, 4.4 days a year. As you've said, you've not had any extended periods, but there does seem to be a pattern of having 2 days off about the same time each month. Do you feel that there's anything causing that?
Oh, well, no, not really. I admit they do tend to be at the same time, but I can't help when I get ill, can I? It's just going to be bad luck. They happen at the same time. Everyone's ill sometimes.
Okay. Do you feel there's anything that causes them to be at similar times? Maybe work stresses, targets? Anything we can do to help? Is it anything work related?
No, I don't think so. I really just think it's a coincidence. Obviously, there are more stressful times of the month, but I don't let it affect me, so I wouldn't say that it's something work related that could be causing it.
Okay, well, that's good to hear you're not stressed or think that there's anything wrong. We haven't been doing return to work interviews the past year, and what we're going to do is start having them for future absences with either the team leaders or myself or HR. It's something that's going to be implemented for everybody going forward and not just yourself. And return to work interviews are something that can benefit everyone, so we can make sure we're doing everything we can to keep you happy and healthy. We'll be able to use those meetings if needed to see if there's any patterns, any causes, and just to check that we are supporting you the best we can.
Okay, I don't plan to take time off ill, so it might not even happen again. But if it does, I will see if the meetings could help.
Great. So, in conclusion, there's a few areas that we can work on going forward. Your activity and productivity do need to improve, at least in line with the rest of the team. We need to get you more integrated into the team and have you start getting more involved and interested with events. For future absences too, we'll do return to work meetings, which, as I say, is a benefit to both of us, in case there's any way that we can help you.
Yeah, that all sounds reasonable. I mentioned earlier about a promotion. I've been here a year now, and as you said, I'm hitting targets and getting on a bit better with people.
You're completely right. You are performing to target. At this point, however, Sian, we will need and we do need to see a big improvement if you're looking to become a team leader. To be in that position, we need you to really demonstrate you're improving and are towards the top of the team and doing that consistently as well. We'd also need to get you more integrated and working with soft skills and people skills and that type of thing to put you in the role. To be a team leader, we need to make sure that you're someone people look up to, is the best at what they do, and is someone people want to emulate. Do you think that's something you could work on between now and your next review?
Yeah, I could. There's definitely a few things I can work on to give myself the best chance. Will I have to wait until my next review before you make any decisions about progression?
No, of course not, you wouldn't. We're free to promote people as and when we see fit. You don't need to see the review dates as a target, but something to continually improve toward. There's no reason not to say if we don't see a really good, consistent effort from you, we wouldn't be able to discuss it sooner.
Great, that's good news then at least.
Okay, well, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
No, not really. I suppose it's time for me to stand up again and get back to work.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really glad you've got to take the weight off for a bit. I'll get our review and discussion summarised and written up and get you a copy to sign, and I'll let you know when it's ready.
Great, thank you very much, Mike.
Thanks, Sian. Bye.
Bye.
And scene.